Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Soulja Talk the podcast. I'm your host, Staff Sergeant McPherson, and on this show we discuss military topics with current and prior service members. Okay, you guys. So today we're going to be talking about ALC. You guys, we're going to be talking about ALC, Advanced Leaders Course. Make sure you guys stay tuned to this video. Okay, you guys, welcome back. This is the last day of Podtober, you guys. Last day of Podtober. Happy Halloween to you guys. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, you guys. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. If you got any suggestions for future episodes, you guys can email me at this email right here down below. So, like I was saying, you guys, we're talking about ALC. So ALC is just the next military school you have to go to after basic leaders course. So if you meet certain requirements to get promoted, of course you'll have to go to ALC, you guys. So depending on where you went to AIT at, that's where you go to ALC at. So just for example, as far as me, I went to Fort Lee for AIT. Therefore, I got to go to Fort Lee, which is Fort Greg Adams right now, to go to ALC, you guys. So, uh, another thing another thing I want to let you guys know. So, depending on where you at, I know for a fact for as BLC, you really couldn't go anywhere. We stayed in the Bay, you guys. But in ALC you get a little more freedom. So I got a chance to live off post where it was a little more freedom, right? I wasn't made we wasn't able to go anywhere for BLC. I don't know how it is at other duty stations or depending on where you go to BLC at. uh I was in Camp Ashland, so I don't know how other installations do it when it come to BLC, you guys. So ALC, right? uh It's more MOS specific. Uh, when you get there, of course, it's the same thing. You're gonna do height and weight, and you're gonna take a PT test. So these things qualify you to see if you can even stay there. So if you don't meet height and weight requirements, of course, they send you back home. So make sure you guys meet height and weight requirements and are in shape when you get ready to go. Uh, so uh of course, you're gonna after you get done with that, is more classroom related type stuff. So it's just like AIT, you guys. You're gonna be doing training as far as the learning regulation as it pertains to your MOS. For example, in my MOS, we talk about a lot of proper property accountability and supply policy. So we mainly work in AR 17-2 or 17-2-1. But I know different MOSs and different regulations pertains to different MOSs. So uh that's what we was doing, that's what we was learning more of. But so AOC is I don't want to say it's the same thing, but you do some of the same things but to another level, you guys. So of course in BLC you probably gonna be marching at the most 5 soldiers, but in AOC you march more soldiers. So you gonna be marching almost, I want to say it's almost like a platoon size platoon. You're going to be able having to march them. So and of course you're going to be calling cadences wherever you go. And depending on where you are, of course, it's the same thing. PRT every morning, you guys. Uh, and that's another thing. You're gonna be doing PRT at a bigger. It's gonna be a bigger size. You're gonna have more soldiers to lead. You know what I mean? And in BLC, you probably was doing PRT with a squad, but it's gonna be more than that once you get to ALC. So ALC usually lasts you guys probably around 8 weeks or something like that, around 2 months. It's still kind of, you still gonna have to keep a GPA. You know what I mean? It still has like they still grade you, and you're still graded far as like your grades. So you want to keep your grades up, you know what I mean? It's just like BLC. So if you get the highest GPA, of course, once you graduate, or you can have a chance to be distinguished undergrad. You know what I mean? Depending on your GPA and things like that, and your performance. You know what I mean? It's just not only GPA, it's about leadership abilities and other things that go into it. So uh so that's pretty much ALC all wrapped up, you guys. It's BLC, but you're gonna be learning more technical skills, and you're gonna be around soldiers with the same MOS as you. Uh yeah. So you got guys, if I miss anything, you guys, as far as ALC, let me know. If you anything you want to add, you guys can let me know as well. And this has been another episode of Soldiers Talk the Podcast. And I'll see you guys in formation.